Welcome back to the channel for a brand new speed build. So today we're finally getting around to creating the RV for our aspiring travel SIMFLUENCERs, Alana and Neil. In case you guys didn't know, I did post a create a sim the other day giving you all of the details on our two brand new sims that will be featured in this new LP. I don't know what to call it. I kind of want to come up with a quirky name for it so that it's very distinctive when you're looking for those videos in particular, but I haven't actually come across a name that I liked yet. So if you have any suggestions, I was going to say suggestions, but I guess that fits too, then let me know in the comments down below. So we are building the RV on the, I think it's like the Hindquarter Hideaway lot in Brindleton Bay. I don't know what it is, but I absolutely love Brindleton for its excluded lots. So anytime that I want to create something that's kind of off in the woods, kind of tucked away from society, this is the lot that I normally gravitate towards. So the whole idea between this lot is this is kind of their base, right? This is where they are building up the RV. This is where they're getting ready for their travels. This is essentially home, or their home base, without it really being their home. Maybe someday when they're done with their travels and they want to settle down, they'll come back here and build like a little cabin or something like that where they can, you know, finish out their sim days and, you know, raise their family or what have you. But until then, they're going to be traveling in this bad boy full time. So I am using a lot of CC. Obviously, I could have gone the CC free route, but for me, realism was the token here. And so I'm using the Pepperoni Puffin RV set. And then I think recently they added in this little truck here that actually has like slots in the back of the bed that you can throw things in. So I'm thinking that we should use that to our advantage because we really don't have a lot of storage space. So what I would like to do is maybe get some bins or some other items that have like their very own inventory, and then that's where we can put like our relics, and that's where we can put all of our findings from our adventures. I don't know, I really am trying to go the most like realistic route with this LP because I don't know, I just need something a little bit different. I need something a little bit more refreshing, and I also want it to be kind of chill too. So let me tell you a little bit about my idea behind the RV. So originally I was going to just kind of just decorate it very loosely. It was going to be super dilapidated. As you can tell, it definitely needs some work, so I kept that theme true. But I do end up going in and kind of furnishing it and decorating it. By no means is it finished. Like there's still so many things that we need to do. Like we need to fix our fridge because right now it currently doesn't have a door. I don't know how it functions without a door, but it still does. And then we also need to get like some solar panels and things like that. And then Alana would really love to make this like super, I don't know, how do you say, like super social bunny? No, maybe not. I don't know. Like what would be the equivalent of Tumblr for the Sims? Basically, that's what she's going for. She wants it to be very aesthetic, very travel blogger-ish, I guess. This is the time that I wish plum fruit was still a thing, because how fun would it be if we could like take our pictures and upload them onto the actual like, you know, sim webs like before. I think that'd be so like Simstagram. Oh my gosh, I really wish that was a thing. But anyways, I wanted to keep the interior of the RV as true to an RV as I possibly could without necessarily gravitating towards that trailer look, because that's super easy to do. Unfortunately, with the RV, I guess the RVCC that I'm using, you can only build out your RV 3 squares, like 3 squares wide. So that made things a little bit difficult, but I'm very impressed with myself because I was able to get everything to function, and my Sims even slide to the other side of the bed so that the other one can get in. So I envision that this is going to be a pretty spacious place for them, even though it actually doesn't look like it. And again, taking the realism one step further, I added in power sockets, light switches. We have like central cooling. I even have, well, I guess I'll show you in just a second, but this kitchen, oh my God, I'm so impressed. Like, okay, originally I was using like this microwave stove combo. I can't recall who it's from, but it doesn't work. So I had to switch that out a little bit later on, which you'll see, and that's kind of sad. But yeah, I had something else in there that's kind of like, I was impressed. So anyways, I really did want to maximize as much as I could on the outdoor space. We are going to be here at the Hideaway for a little bit longer than I had originally anticipated. So I threw out some, you know, fun like outdoor gear. We have like this little table, and then there's like these little like camper chairs. I even put bicycles on the rear of the the RV. I thought that was super cute. Anything that's on the RV itself, I hope we'll be able to keep with us as we travel. And that's the thing. We're going to be in this RV no matter where we go. If we're going to go on the beach of Sulani, or we're going to go to the jungle of, Salva Dorada, or the beaches of Tartosa, whatever it is that we're going to be doing, we're going to be basically taking this RV with us. And so I also wanted to create like a little shed too, just for like miscellaneous items, some storage, I guess, because again, there really isn't any storage, and I didn't want it just to be a blank lot, like I said. So in this little storage shed, I have like workout equipment. I also decided to put in the woodworking bench because I feel like we could incorporate that somehow into the LP. I just was really thinking of things I don't normally use, and I just thought of things that would kind of fit with this LP, especially if these Sims are going to be kind of DIYing some of these projects themselves. I figured it would make a lot of sense, and I also needed a place to put the mailbox. So that, my friends, is where we have the mailbox. Wasn't entirely satisfied with the color of the RV awning, so I decided to switch those back to gray, and then I came back into the shed to kind of decorate it a little bit. And again, I am using so much custom content. I'm thinking if you want to download this lot, I mean, it is a lot of fun to play with. I'm not gonna lie, I did like play test it and stuff, and I got so excited to make this an LP. But if you do want to like play with it yourself, you're gonna have to download a lot of custom content, and I don't know how long it's gonna take me to link everything, but I'll do it, and it'll be on my website at XUrbanSimsX.com. So in the shed itself, I have like a broom, we've got like the decor box, we've got like some empty, or a box with some random belongings, and I even threw in like a little, I think that's like a grill or something. So that cooler actually functions as a cooler too, and that is going to be coming with us everywhere, because when we do go to Sulani, I want them to fish, and I want them to be able to actually cook the fish that they catch, and then I need a place to store it. So I'm going to use the cooler to do that. So here we are kind of playing with the exterior. We are going to go back into the interior of the RV and finish decorating that, but I wanted to kind of build out the landscaping a little bit more, because we're going to be here a while, and I wanted it to be pretty to look at. And so I grabbed a couple of these like little like sets from Debug. They're on my actual gallery at Gen 2 606, where you can grab these sets, plop them down, and play with them as you want. So I was gonna completely fence in the entire lot, but I just decided it looked a lot better to kind of have like gaps in between the fencing, and also have some of the fence knocked down, because maybe this lot's just been here a while. It was a cheap buy. Alana and Neil were like, oh, we can afford this, and they decided that this is where they were going to start their traveling adventures. And I'm gonna be honest, I normally do not like reshades that look like this, that are like hyper realistic. They have really large depth, what is it, like depth of fields or whatever, and these huge heavy shadows. But this reshade, y'all been asking me about this one. It's by Elle. I am literally freaking obsessed. I love this reshade so much. If you are looking for a reshade that creates this look but isn't too overpowering, but has the capability of being overpowering, this is for you. Literally, like with shift, I think it's like shift F5, I can create this beautiful depth of view. It's just or depth of field rather, and it's just absolutely gorgeous. So if you don't like to edit your screenshots, or you're not very good at it, get this reshade, and it really does take all the guesswork out of it for you. So I don't know if y'all saw me, but I was playing around with some signage. So this signage came from Ravisheen, and I think it was for like a little beach shack or something. But every time you see an RV on the road, they've got like this big, just super gargantuous signage on the side, whether it's like, I don't know, there are always some weird names. I don't know, like the Voyager or something like that. I don't know, or like the Keystone or something stupid. I love it. So I wanted to add in that signage because, again, I was really going for realism here. And so I decided to use that for the signage. This corkboard changes. I'm not a fan of it, actually. I just didn't. At first, I liked it. And then I was like, you know what? I'm going to switch it up. So I think I actually put artwork there in the end. And then I also decided to move the corkboard out into the kitchen area because I did download Ravisheen's photo mod where you can take photos and turn them into Polaroids and calendars, and you can just do a whole bunch of different things with them. So I did want the corkboard. I feel like in every build that I do, I always have the corkboard. It's like this hidden thing that I do. I feel like every single time, I feel like it's the corkboard. And there might be something else that you guys catch on that I add every single build or add in every single build, but primarily I've noticed it was the corkboard. So The landscaping takes a little bit of a turn. I had such a hard time figuring out how I wanted it to paint the terrain. And then I also threw in like these little Sulani like grass pieces and I liked those. I got rid of them and I'm like, no, I like them. I know they don't fit like the general terrain, or not the terrain, but like all the other plants, but I really liked it. I also really liked the grass tucked up under the RV. I just thought it was so pretty. And also I needed something to fill up that dead space. So I think I might like play around with that a little bit more, but it was kind of hard for me to get it to match everything else. But I don't know, I just wanted like the forest behind us, you know, to kind of blend into the lot when you're playing. I didn't want it to be so like, you know, like clean cut, I guess would be the word. I even threw in some, you know, really pretty boulders, and I just threw in a whole bunch of, you know, different types of plants. I got this little tree in there that I think is super cute. I have no idea what kind of tree that is, but the landscaping actually does turn out to be one of my favorite things about this lot. And then I have like these little potter plants, like these little clay, like little pots that you could actually put things in. Like you can use them for gardening, and I thought those were super cute too. I've got a lot of cute CC in this build that I think you guys would absolutely freaking love. Also, s'mores on that outdoor table over there, they're functional. Like, I cannot wait, y'all. I cannot wait to play with this freaking build. I'm so excited. I wasn't entirely satisfied, and I feel like that's the theme, because I was not entirely satisfied about a lot of things. Like, the reason why this build took me 2 hours is because I kept changing shit, but stuff. But anyway, I actually end up using a tool to bring my landscaping to the outside. I need to start doing that. Like, a part of me really does want to create a save, but I feel like my builds are just so, like, I don't feel like I build very distinct. I have a very specific style, and I feel like that style doesn't fare well with saves. I don't know if it does or it doesn't. Like, I feel like my save would be super realistic, and I don't know how y'all would like that or not. But anyway, I playing with tool makes me want to build a save is basically what I'm getting at. So anyways, we're back into the inside of the RV right now, and I'm just throwing up little miscellaneous items that make this RV look like it is going to be traveled in. It's definitely lived in. So I threw up like little hats and, you know, cardigans and sweaters, and I love this broken mirror here where the little built-in wardrobe is. I love this area. I love this space. Probably one of my favorite spaces. It definitely gives me RV vibes. I only wish that I could actually put the bed, I guess, like horizontal, because then I would be able to do these little built-ins on either side of it to really give it that authentic RV look. But for now, we're just gonna have to compromise. I threw a little salt lamp up there. We have Neil's watch. We got some random clothes. This little diffuser. I thought this was super cute. I actually put this on the shelf by the window there in the kitchen, and then I have Alana's cardigan. This camera, I end up getting a different one. We're gonna have to buy like a bunch of filming equipment. I've got it so that my Sims don't need that huge get famous setup. The video station, we don't need that, so we can actually just vlog on our cameras, and it's just gonna be super realistic, y'all. Just watch. But anyway, I get rid of that camera because it's not what I thought it was, even though it is, you know, going to be in the build right now. I do change it up a little bit later. So I'm just thinking of how else I can add some character to this RV, adding in this little shelf here. This is where you're going to see that camera. I actually decided to put the books up at the top, and they are actually functional too from that height, which is crazy. Everything in this build, every single thing works. And I didn't tell you what I was going to tell you earlier, but you probably already saw it. I decided to pick up some countertop or a countertop washing machine. So not only, okay, do we have like everything in this house, we have more in this home than I have in most, or we have more in this RV than I normally put in most homes. Like, it's kind of crazy. There's a lot of skill building. There's a way to do laundry, which is great. There's a lot of like activities and things to do to keep you busy. And for me personally, it's definitely giving me RV vibes. And even though this is supposed to be like the rundown version of the RV, and there's still a lot of work to be done, I actually like it the way that it is. I think it is super duper freaking cute. Like, I am literally in love with this build, and if I can share all the CC, I absolutely will. I'll definitely put it on the gallery at Gen2606 in case you guys want to pick it up and play around with it. And if you want, I can even take it one step further and just kind of give you a very bare bones version of the RV so that you can import it into your game and renovate it to your liking. Let me know however you want me to deliver it, but basically we are just finishing up the last few final touches. There are always like final touches with me. I don't know what it is. Like, I am such a sporadic builder. Like, I just hop all over the place. Like, I've got ants in my pants or something. I don't know what my problem is, but I hope you guys enjoyed this build. And if you have any ideas whatsoever on how we can make this RV even better, please feel free to let me know in the comments down below. Also, I am going for the goal of making this a off-the-grid type of RV, not necessarily the lot itself, but the RV. I haven't played around with that, so I can already tell you there's a lot here that probably doesn't function off the grid. I don't know how that works. So if you can kind of help elaborate and like give me some insight on how I can make it off the grid, you know, compatible, that would be greatly appreciated. It's not like a deal breaker. It doesn't have to be that way. But of course, that's just like one of my other goals on top of all the other goals that I have for this freaking build in this series, in this LP. So anyways, you guys, I hope y'all enjoyed this speed build. And if you did, you know what to do, boo. Don't forget to go ahead and comment, rate, and subscribe. And let me know what you guys think in the comments down below where the sun does not shine. And I will see you all next time. Bye, guys.